Subways are not for sleeping. That is the message from the city's top cop.
Police Commissioner Bill Bratton says that when the temperatures drop, the city will have zero tolerance for the homeless taking up residence on the subways. CBS 2 political reporter Marcia Kramer has more on this story now. Marcia.
Well, Christine and Maurice, in 1967, Petula Clark sang, "Don't sleep in the subway, darling." Now, all these decades later, Police Commissioner Bill Bratton is singing the same tune, except darling isn't included in his lyrics. It's his get tough strategy for dealing with the homeless.
So subways are not for sleeping, and I wish we could have people understand that.
As the mercury plummets and the homeless find it might be just a tad cold to bathe in the fountain in Columbus Circle or sleep on the streets, the police commissioner wants the homeless to know they should go to city shelters, not the subways.
Subways are not homeless shelters, and the homeless will not be allowed to congregate in them. That the city has more than adequate shelters in other facilities.
As the NYPD begins training thousands of cops to deal with the homeless, the top cop made it clear he doesn't even want the homeless on the station platforms.
The homeless will not be allowed to take up residence on the platforms in the subway cars.
The city says it's doing all it can to find places for the homeless who want to take up residence on the city's mass transit system. A spokeswoman for Mayor de Blasio said that since July 2014, the city has, quote, moved 773 chronically homeless individuals from the subway into transitional and permanent housing, as well as to shelter and other programs. We continue to add case managers and clinicians to assist those on the street, she said. The city says it now has outreach services at all 468 subway stations and that teams are deployed 24/7 in all 5 boroughs. But some homeless advocates are not happy about Bratton's zero-tolerance policies.
I don't think that we should be talking about a group of people and saying that they're not going to be someplace. These are human beings. People have to be judged based on their conduct, not their appearance. Subways are for New Yorkers, period. Anything else, I think, borders on a very serious legal problem for the commissioner and for the city.
Well, the Doe Fund's George McDonald says the city should be building more transitional housing for people to get off the streets. McDonald says Mayor de Blasio put a moratorium on building transitional housing. The city says there's no moratorium. It just stopped payment to landlords who offered substandard accommodations. Maurice and Christine.
Okay. Thank you, Marcia.
Thank you, Marcia.